I got my oil bath air filter out of the backhoe, the 580 CK. I'm going to clean it all up, make sure it's clean inside. Here's where the oil filter goes, the oil bath air filter. Let's keep this in here so nothing gets dirt in there. Okay, here's the oil filter. It really was dirty. This is the oil bath oil filter. I'm going to have this really clean when I get this done. Okay, what I decided to do is, I went even further than I should have, but I took the wire mesh out. Alright, I had to cut some tabs because this tank was all bent up. Somebody tried to take it apart in the past, but it's not meant to come apart. But I took it apart. What I did is I cut these little tabs here, and I'll just weld new ones up, and then I'll use screws to hold it into the pipe, which goes right here. Okay, these little tabs were spot welded to that pipe. It went through, but you could see all the gum in there and all the dirt. And the reason I took it completely apart is because this thing is completely dented. All right, somebody really did some damage to it. So I'm going to put it back together. I found another pipe the same size as this pipe. It's like a tailpipe on a car. All right, I found the same size pipe, so I rounded up around that. And this wire mesh, I'm going to clean it in kerosene to get it really clean. You can see a lot of carbon on it. All right, but I did soak the bottom portion, which was really dirty. And then it holds together with these little nails, and it just kind of sticks into the wire mesh. There was 2 nails kind of holding it together. Okay, so it's going to look really good when I get it done, and it's going to work well. So that's just my progress on the oil bath filter for the 580 CK backhoe. Okay, here's the oil bath filter, kind of put back together. I just kind of figured out where I needed to drill the holes, where I cut those tabs so I can get this apart. Now, just so you know, I had to really take this can was completely dented up. You could see by the strap that goes around it how dented it was. So some of the air was getting through before it got into the oil. So that wasn't good for it, but everything seems okay. I'm just going to get it back together. I'm going to take it back apart, put the wire mesh inside, put the oil bath back together, and maybe I'll just clean this all up too while I'm at it. Here's the oil bath air filter, finished up with the screws in it. I didn't have to put the screws in all the way. Those are self-locking nuts. Okay, this is it with the screen. I had to rewrap the screen. I used this spray can. That worked perfect. And it went right together very, very easily. You do not have to take this apart. The only reason I took it apart is because it was so smashed in, there was like air getting through here, not going through the screen. So I completely undented it, and now it should be good. If you ever have to do this, I would just go put it in kerosene about halfway. Just kind of bob it in the kerosene, and that would be clean enough. That screen will get clean because this whole half of the screen here was clean. Okay, so that's what I would do. Now I'm going to finish putting it together, but this is how the bottom looks. Okay, I'm going to put in the oil today in the oil bath air filter. So what I'm going to do is I got it in now. So I'm gonna unscrew this, just loosen that up right in there, drop this pan, fill it with the oil the correct level, and then I'll put it back in. So I'm gonna loosen it with this small screwdriver, just enough to get it dropped. I kind of just loosen it enough just to get it out. This is how I would do it if I had to clean the filter. Okay, now I just kind of take it right out of here very carefully. All right, and then I know to fill it to that oil level. Okay, so I'm going to fill it up to the oil line. And this is good old used oil. I only had it in a little bit, and I had to flush out the engine. So I'm going to bring it right to that line, and you can see the line on the inside here. Come on this side. You can see that line right there. And then what you do is you put this in. There's the oil line. Oil level, right up to that. Alright, I do notice it says oil level both cups, so I have to fill it up a little higher. Right there.
Oh.
So now I'm bringing this in. I'm going to be very careful not to drop the oil. I'm going to slide it up in here, and then I'm going to tighten this ring inside here. Okay, I'm using a small screwdriver. Get under in here. Okay, and I want to make sure that oil doesn't fall out. I was tightening right there. Okay, I want to make sure it's tight so this bowl doesn't come out.